Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real, facts over fear. So, your facts over prognostication, because that's what this is going to be. A video where I'm going to make a prediction that I don't think is too surprising, and it has a 5 out of, what did they say in the Naked Gun? Has a 5 out of 10 chance happening 30% of the time, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway. Prediction's pretty easy, actually. With schools getting geared up to go back to in-person learning, I'm gonna go way out on a limb here and say it's probably not going to last very long. I think we're going to see a lot of new cases, and I think we're going to see them, in public schools. I think we're going to see them in universities. I think we'll see them in the workplace when people start going back to their offices. And I think that it is going to lead to a return to at least some remote learning. Maybe not totally and completely, but this is eerily similar to last year. And I did a video on that, and I'll put a link to it, where I thanked the students at UNC and NC State and various other universities in our area thank them for being guinea pigs in the latest COVID-19 spread experiment, because it's exactly what's going to happen again. And therefore I do not think the case numbers are going to drop appreciably anytime soon. I think UNC started moving back in yesterday, which means that most of the other universities are they're either there or they're starting to move in as well. I don't know when classes start. I believe Granville County Public Schools started on the 10th. I know that the neighboring county, Vance County, starts on the 20th. But the charter schools are already in session. And then we're going to start seeing news reports, and we've already seen just a few cracks in the facade of getting back to in-person learning. Granted, they're very small cracks. There's 4 very small. I mean, when I say very small, probably less than 2,000 or 3,000 students altogether. School districts in Georgia that have canceled in-person learning have gone back to remote learning already, and evidently they've been in class for a week or two. But they're already getting clusters. I don't like that word. Cluster makes it sound like there's a lot. If there's 5 cases, I don't consider that a cluster. I think like 25 or 50. But then, if you're quarantining like you're supposed to, you get 25 cases. That probably means 200 or 300 people need to stay home, including the teachers. And so then what do you do? Fortunately for us, I was going back through the stats for the number of deaths. The number of deaths 17 and under in North Carolina remains at 3. Despite all the wringing of the hands of various parents who I understand, you don't want to take unnecessary risk, but there has to be some kind of risk-benefit analysis somewhere. And if you really believe that your child's in danger, just keep them home and homeschool them instead of expecting everybody else to, take care of your child for you. I mean, that's what I feel about it. So yeah, that's my prediction, that we will see steady. I mean, we had 6,000 cases reported yesterday. I'm going to do an updated chart, because the state of North Carolina does publish figures about when the cases when the reported cases were actually tested. And generally, there's a 3 or 4 day lag with that. And so, really, what we're actually seeing is that there was a peak last weekend, and it's just now showing up in the figures. And so, it's always good to get trends from the test dates rather than the reported dates, because reporting's not all that swift in North Carolina, and it's not timely, and it's not efficient. But that's